Dear students, I hope you are all fine. Take care of yourself, take care of your families. This is a very difficult time, and it's very important for all of us to maintain positivity, positive attitudes, creativity, innovativeness, and to encourage every one of us to do something right for ourselves and for the society. Now, today we will talk about the fundamental aspects of business, that is, what kind of business structure to adopt, what kind of business organization to form, what kind of uh, loans to be taken up, what kind of financial structure to be adopted, what kind of institutions to be contacted. Now, the organization structure of for an entrepreneur depends upon the type of business that you want to do. If you are a social entrepreneur, then you must think about establishing a society, a trust, a charitable institution, or a Section 8 company. Section 8 company is a limited company, but it will not distribute profits, it will invest the profits in the business itself. So if you want to set up a school, college, or a hospital, or any other charitable organization, these are the structures that you should go for. If you want to start an online venture, you can start it with the proprietorship itself. Proprietorship means one person company, one person business. We can have one person company also. Company Act also permits. That's also similar to proprietorship. However, I will not suggest you to go for proprietorship because most of you are fresh. You don't have business experience. Doing business without experience is risky, and you do not know there are so many types of risks involved. So you should be very careful. Initially, you should take as much experience as possible, and also you should take the advantage of the experienced people. In our society, we have plenty of experienced people. So establish partnership. If you make an experienced person your partner, there are synergies. You are innovative because you are young, you are creative, you are technology friendly, you are very quick in adopting new technologies. So these are your plus points. Your partner who is very experienced may not be technology savvy, but he will be having a very good understanding about markets, very good understanding about customer psychology. He would have a very good network in the business field. He would have a very good understanding about human nature, and all these things will play a very important role. So there are some strengths that you bring, and then there are some strengths that your partner brings. So collectively, you can create a synergistic business venture which will help you in your success. So partnership is the right form of business. Partnership can also be two types. One is what we call as ordinary partnership, and one is what is called as limited liability partnership. For starting a limited liability partnership, you should establish very clear terms and conditions. And it is a little bit difficult to operate limited liability partnership because legal requirements are more, right? A lot of compliances are there. You have to get your firm registered with the registrar of companies, and so many formalities are there. So limited liability partnership is the best form of partnership if you are willing to spend a little bit more on compliances, on following the government norms, regulations, etc. So you can decide whatever form of business you want to go for. But if you don't want to go for compliances, etc., you have limited manpower, then you can go for ordinary partnership. While you establish a partnership, you should create a partnership deed, and it would be better if you can get it registered also. And that partnership deed will clearly spell out what will be the mode of partnership, how will people divide the profits, how the wind up of the partnership will be done, if any, how the disputes will be resolved. All these issues are clearly spelled out in the partnership deed. So when you start a firm, the first thing that you have to do is to take its PAN number, because all dealings must be through PAN number. You will also require GST registration number. So these two things should be obtained. You should also obtain necessary permissions if you have to take for different products. For example, if you are involved in manufacturing food products, then you have to take permission from under the PFA Act, Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, and other acts related to food industry. If you are into healthcare industry, you have to take permissions under those acts. So whatever laws are applicable, under that you have to obtain required permissions. And thereafter you have to start your business operations as per the procedures. If you are setting up a company, you have to formulate a memorandum of association and articles of association, and you have to follow the guidelines of the Government of India Companies Act, and you have to take help of some chartered accountant or a company secretary to fulfill all the legal formalities. If you have established a society or a cooperative or a trust, then you have to comply the guidelines with regard to society or a cooperative or a trust, and you have to submit your returns to the registrar. We have registrar of societies, we have registrar of cooperatives, we have registrar of trust. So you have to submit your returns to that. Then you have to establish a sound system of book recording, bookkeeping, keeping proper fair records of all the transactions that you are undertaking. So maintaining proper records, that is very essential. You may use a particular software like Tally or other software, whatever suits you, simple software that can help you in maintaining your accounting records of all the transactions, so that you can periodically check what is the status, what is the current liability, what is long-term liability, what is the overall business result, is it profit or is it loss. Next thing that you have to do is you have to very clearly define your marketing plan, your branding strategy, your positioning strategy, how your product will be differentiated from competitors' product, how you will introduce your products to the customers so that customers have a fair perception about your product. In fact, the customers are bundles of emotions, and buying process involves the emotional aspects too much. So when the customers are buying a product, they are emotionally attached with the product. They are emotionally attached to the brand that they are buying. They are buying a product because they like a particular brand. That's why they are buying. So for example, in India, people are now more and more becoming Swadeshi, and because they are becoming more and more inclined towards Indian philosophy, Indian nationalism, Indian ideologies, that's why they are giving more preference these days to brands like Patanjali, just because they like the idea of that brand. So these are the things that play a very important role. So you have to very carefully design your brand, your logo, your punchlines, and your overall marketing appeal. How will you ensure that your product look different from other products? The customer should have a very clear perception that this is the basic ideology of this company and this is the basic ideology of this product. Marketing, in simple terms, is satisfying the customers, fulfilling their needs, creating possibilities of joy and ecstasy through the products or services that you are offering to them. Customers may feel happier, they may feel delight, they may feel satisfied after using your products or services. Marketing is, in a way, communication with your customers. You are trying to understand their perspective, their requirements, their needs, and you are communicating with them how you will satisfy their products, their demands, and how your products will meet their requirements. So marketing is a way, is a type of communication, right? And HR is to prepare a team that will meet the requirements of the customers. So you have to have those customers who have fairly good understanding about customers, who have fairly good understanding about technologies, who have fairly good understanding about market trends, market processes, machines, technologies. So that is HR. HR means getting, recruiting, retaining, motivating, inspiring your team so they work like a great team. So that 1 plus 1 is not 2, 1 plus 1 is 11. So that is the task of you. Initially, you have to be everything. You have to be marketing manager, you have to be HR manager, you have to be finance manager, you have to be accountant, you have to be technology manager, you have to be innovation manager, you have to be production manager, you have to be exporter, you have to be so you have to perform multiple roles. And as you keep on adding more and more people to your team, you get yourself relieved, because your team now takes over the work, that your team helps you in your work. So this is how you slowly and slowly expand your business. Your real business grows when your ideas become part of the ideas of your team. And always remember, you have extended team also in the form of your suppliers, your supply chain. They are also part of your team indirectly, so they also convey the same values that you carry. If you have passion towards quality, every member of your team should also have a passion for quality. So this is how your journey of entrepreneurship starts. Now the question is, whom should you contact? You should contact periodically with banks, financial institutions, whether they have given you loan or not. You should periodically contact them, because if not today, they may give you some support tomorrow. The government has set up various specialized institutions to support entrepreneurs in certain specialized segment. So you should periodically contact them. You should also be part of various industry forums, industry associations, so that you have a very good network. In business, networking is very important. So you have to establish a very sound network of your well-wishers. If you are part of an industry chain where a lot of people are helping each other, that will help you also indirectly, and your business will grow. If you will help others, others will help you also, and this is how your business will flourish. Now, there are various developmental institutions like SIDBI, NABARD. SIDBI stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India. NABARD means National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. You should search about them in Google. You should connect them. You should take help of these organizations. They help small entrepreneurs, farmers, and their policies are very useful for you, so you should study them. There are various export organizations like Engineering Export Promotion Council, etc. You can search about them in Google, take help of them. You should contact them. You should also contact various financial institutions. They will help you. So the initial stage of your business is a stage where you have to work very hard in order to survive, because survival is a very difficult challenge for first 4 or 5 years. If your business becomes established, smooth, then the problem of survival can be solved. But in the first phase, survival is a very big challenge. So you have to ensure that you are able to take your business through this very difficult phase, which obviously is a very difficult phase in the initial stage. So we should all take these things very carefully. Starting a business is a challenging task, but keep in mind, your dreams should be high, your goals should be high, should be ambitious, and these ambitions, these ideas will help you and your society. After all, you are trying to solve the problems of the society. You are trying to eradicate the challenges, the problems that the society is facing. So, the limited resources that the society has, the nature has, must come to you so that you can do your task. Because there are two types of people. Some who are misusing natural resources, scarce resources, and some who are using these scarce resources for the betterment of the society. So, society should support somebody who is coming forward to help the universe.